Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Johncast. Today is day 146, and today is also January 11th. You know what that means? Happy National Milk Day. This time it's special edition. We're in Sweden. So cheers. Oh. Yeah, it's way too much milk. I was like, Happy National Milk Day. Back to the Johncast. Hope you enjoyed that. Happy National Milk Day. It's a weird tradition that I started in like 2020 where I just chug a whole bunch of milk just because it's National Milk Day. I don't think they celebrate. I don't think they celebrate that anywhere. I don't think anybody celebrates that like ever. So I feel like I'm entitled to be the one who celebrates that, even though I don't really like milk that much. So happy National Milk Day, I guess. Now that tradition is out of the way, let's get into I actually have a list here because I've got so much stuff to talk about. As you may notice, we are not in Peter's apartment anymore. This is the La Foch house. We moved on January 4th. Yeah, January 4th. We moved to the La Foch, and yeah, they're really great. I have a host brother now, so other than Kawe. I still have Kawe, of course. He's still living with me. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Their house is like in Tabi, which is like closer to school, but still, honestly, it's not that far away from. It's about 40 minutes compared to the hour and a half that was Lidingö. But yeah, I honestly kind of I really like it. We're in the suburbs now. We're not very in the central Stockholm or on an island. So yeah, we neighbors, I guess. I mean, we had neighbors before, but like, I don't know. Like it feels somewhat similar, but it's like European suburbs, so it looks completely different. Yeah, and what else is different? It's gotten really, really cold. It's like probably five below, 10 below, Fahrenheit, that is, which is like roughly below minus 20 Celsius or something. Well, actually, that only happened 1 or 2 days. The average temp is usually around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So, which is minus 17 Celsius for people who use Celsius. Yep. So that it's been pretty cold recently. So we have a lot of snow on the ground still, and it's been actually like staying and hasn't melted yet completely. So Kawe and I went skiing. Kawe, Ivar, Paul, and me I went skiing on a hill in Tabi, nearby. It's not too big of a hill, but it does have some pretty fun runs, slopes. So I'll show some pictures.
Here we are, skiing in Sweden. The best sport in the best place. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed those pictures. So yeah, it was Kawe's first time skiing, and we had Ivad, my host brother, like help him out, teach him the ropes at least, so he can do pretty well. I'd say his first time skiing. By the end of it, he could go down like one of the medium hills without falling too much. So it was definitely a cool experience, like watching someone learn how to ski. And they had this whole different like ski lift things. They had chair lifts, or not chair lifts, anchor lifts, which is just like a bar and another bar going up like a cable. So you have to sit on, and this it's not like a bench at all. I don't know. It's completely different from the ski lifts I'm used to, but it was so cool. And one of the other host parents mentioned that you could rent skis and other winter equipment for free at this it was basically a YMCA. It was like a sport hall thing. So yeah, we took advantage of that, and we got some free skis and ski boots and ice skates. Obviously not forever, but we'll just borrow them for the 2 weeks, and then we'll return them before we move on the 21st. Yeah, so we went ice skating with those ice skates and everything. And we went on this, it wasn't like a small rink or anything. It was this huge track around this lake. I'm not sure how long the track was, but like we went on the shorter path, and it took me a while because like they weren't, the ice skates weren't exactly great, and I'm not built for like long distance anything, so it took me a while to get around, but it was still really fun. We did it early in the morning, and then the sun was coming in, so it looked really beautiful. Good times. That's it for basically the winter sports we've been doing. We might go. I think we're gonna go skiing at least 1 or 2 more times to just get some good uses out of the ski equipment that we rented. So that's pretty awesome. I already talked about the temperature. I'm looking at my list. I already talked about the temperature. How it's pretty cold here. So, one thing that the Lafoche told me when I got here is that at least once a week they want us to cook something, and they have this thing called HelloFresh, which is like a pre-portioned meal that you cook. So it basically just gives you the instructions. They shipped all the ingredients to you, and then you like put together a meal from that. So I did that. I guess I made some rice with cashews and curry with chickpeas. It was honestly really good. I definitely could have like made the rice better, but who really cares? It tasted really good, I think, at least. So I don't know how the others liked it or not, but it was pretty good for not cook. I don't cook very often. I bake a lot of stuff. I like baking. Baking is cool, I guess, and you get a sweet treat out of it at the end. School. We just got back to school yesterday, on the 10th. And yeah, I guess we all just come back extremely tired and not looking like we don't want to be there. Yeah, I get that's how it works everywhere. Is when you get back from school break, you just don't want to go. Yeah, yeah, overall we had a great winter break. Did a whole bunch of things. Moved, yeah, and yeah, I think that's a quick little recap. I'm sure some other stuff has happened. We're getting more information about the intro camp, which, for those of you who don't know, is a camp that I missed because I got here so late. I got here on August 21st, and the camp was on like the 17th or something, and I would have come like halfway in between the camp, which would have not been good. So I didn't go because I missed it because visa stuff. But they re-invited the people who didn't get to go to the first one to a second one, which is happening in February now, where a whole bunch of people from New Zealand and Australia are going to be there, starting their exchange. So we'll get to meet them, which is I'm actually really hyped for that. That's like one of the top things. I don't know, meeting new people from different countries is really cool, I think. But I can text back and forth, I guess, in Swedish that somewhat coherently makes sense. But yeah, I can, like, if I'm listening to radio, or I have been listening to this Swedish podcast, and I can basically understand like 85-90% of what they're saying, which is good. So yeah, that's the way it's going right now. Learning language is tough. I mean, yeah, obviously it's gonna be tough, but just figuring out, like, there's so many different ways people can communicate. I don't know. It's really cool. Yeah, I don't think there's much else on the itinerary. I've gone to the end of my list here, so I think that's gonna be it for this week. I will see you in the next week. John out.